Shayne, Cal, wasn't the result you wanted, mate?
No,
Shocking.
definitely not.
I honestly believe,
Absolutely fucking robbed.
I believe he won that.
Yeah, well...
And I just want to return, because it's all, is a away fighter, you know, the Fury people, you know, we won that fight. We won it.
Do you know, I lost my weight. I've watched the first 4 rounds, and I thought it was very one-sided, the first 4 rounds for you. And I just couldn't see any other result. In fact, I thought you were probably going to get a stoppage. It seemed, because I think you'd hurt him early on with quite a few good shots. And so I sort of like switched off a little bit, and I was ended up talking to John Evans, and then I think it got to round 8, and I started paying attention again, and then I can't remember, I was speaking to just a couple of guys who was next to me, and they had it close then, and I was surprised because obviously I'd watched the first 4 rounds, and to me there was only one person in the fight, and so, but everyone I did speak to did think you'd nicked it.
Yeah, I thought I won it. I was being told that I was winning it, and I stuck to just doing what I was doing because I was winning the fight. You know, I could have stepped up, I could have tried to push him back and had a fight with him, but we're getting out of that. Get my shots off. If he's still there, tie him up, turn around and go again. And I do believe I won the fight. I mean, I might not have won 10 rounds to 0. You know, he was in there, competitive, but yeah.
But by the look in your face when this decision was announced, I knew you were upset because you definitely said, right, your hand was going to be raised.
I was sick. But then again, I should be schooling him. I should be beating him 10 rounds to 0. It shouldn't even be close. It shouldn't be close. If I want to be where I want to be, I should be beating him 10 rounds to 0. But the fact were, he were in there, he had a good fight. I know he's trained hard, but I won the fight.
Because you see, you were a bit of a hiding to nothing, because you had to beat him, and you had to beat him well, because if you didn't beat him well, people were going to say, well, he's a 39, 40-year-old man, you know, you're a young guy on
Well, I want to return because I just want to prove something. And maybe it's too soon after the skate fight, maybe we should have had a bit of a break, mentally, I mean, not physically, mentally. And I think, you know, that was on the back of my mind, not because I don't believe I'd done it could have hurt Shayne. But listen, Shayne got the cleanest shots. Peter bullied him, you know, but he weren't catching him. He was catching the cleanest shots, you know, he nearly had his legs wobbled about 3-4 times. You know, when the uppercuts were through.
I like his speakers, because like I say, I switched off because I thought, for me, after 4 rounds, there was only going to be one winner. So, you know, when I think it got to round 8 and I started paying attention again, someone said to me, oh, it's closest. I'm thinking, have I missed something here? But obviously, you know, I must have, because they've come up with a 96-94, was it?
Yeah.
What would the score?
96-94, so they had him by 2 rounds.
By 2 rounds. Madness.
If I honestly believe, I mean, you know what I'm like, my third guy, you know, I think I know if I think that Shayne lost the fight, I'd say, yeah, sure, Shayne, you know, he got beat by a better man. But I honestly believe he didn't lose the fight. I don't know if there's an home decision. I could happen with me before with Rick Godin, when we fought Jimmy Kelly, an home decision again. You know, I'm getting a bit fed up with this. You know, let's go on a neutral ground and let's have a return with him. Because there's no way he beat Shayne Singleton.
No, not having it. But I'm sick. I've got the loss. I've been beat. On paper, I've been beat. I could have stepped it up. I could have done different. I could have gone back to going off my head and going mad like.
I must admit, I was really, because I mean, was that right? Was that the wrong music that you went out to?
Yeah, that.
Again,
I can imagine that was a little bit of a gameplay there early on. And I was quite surprised, because then when I did watch you start the fight, because I was paying attention, I thought your box really conservatively, but yet you were still very aggressive, and you seem to land all the bigger shots. So
strange one, but you know, I'll watch it back and I'll just see how it looks watching it back. But in there, I believe I won. I was listening to Carl and Frank in corner. Yeah. They were telling me you're winning.
You're winning the fight.
You know, all right, keep doing what you're doing, but don't just wait as long when you get you on ropes. But you know, he was getting me on ropes, and I just tied him up, and then break and get back to what I was doing, and that were my plan in there. I could have stood toe to toe with him in the middle and just traded and swung, but I've come across by doing that in previous fights. So now I've gone back to trying to box a bit on back foot, putting up with his pressure, tying him up, moving off, and now I've just got that decision, so it makes me think, what do I do? What do I do? Is it worth just thinking, fuck it, let's put it all on line and let's go for it, like I did with Eggington, like I did with Skeet. But I don't get anywhere doing that. Now I've gone back to trying to box and come away with a loss.
It's a vicious circle, like I say. I can't give a true opinion myself because I only paid attention on the first 4 rounds and switched off a little bit because you were doing so well. So, I mean, the bits that I did watch, I didn't think you did enough to he might have shared a few rounds, but I didn't think he did enough to win those rounds. So if, for me, you were up 4 rounds, after 4 rounds, then...
You must have won every round
and
after
it didn't
that.
seem that way, so...
No.
How can a man stand in front of him, blocking, and then countering uppercuts, left hooks and right hands, cleaner shots, and they're not a point scoring round? That's what I can't understand. You know, I'm not blaming the ref, but you know, they've got to look at this. You know, it's not what you're moving to and what you're throwing and whatever. You know, it's all about the blocking, you countering, the cleaner shots, and that's I don't know.
Well, listen, I'm really sorry for you, lads.
We'll be back.
I hope so, and I'll catch up with you soon. You got anywhere else out soon, Cal?
I might, well, I'll tell another day.
All right, mate.